Hello and welcome to Clay to Canopy, the show where I attempt to make just about everything from the ground up. It is time, everybody, for the Halloween season, and I am so excited. Before I get into the new environment and introduce my plans for this holiday season, I think this studio needs to get into the spirit of the holidays, so I'm gonna decorate first. It is amazing what you can do with a little bit of cardboard, some tulle, and a trip to the Dollar Tree. I did find these really cute lanterns, however, they didn't have a bottom. Thankfully, I'm crafty and I went ahead and made a bottom and put some holes in them so that I can hang the lanterns. So I'm just finishing up throwing those up, and then I'm gonna be using the cord that I found at the Dollar Tree to finish up my backscape, and then we're gonna talk about this environment. Let's go do this. Alright everybody, I think that is a pretty decent start. Now let's move on to this environment. Now, originally, I was going to make another sketch, but instead I decided I'm going to make a model. When you're working in the 3D world, model making can be a really great tool to sort out your ideas, figure out how you're going to build things. Going through the process of model making for each one of these pieces that will be in this environment really lent itself to telling me how I was going to construct the overall items, especially since these are a little bit out of the norm. It is Halloween themed, so my model pieces here are not your everyday normal type of objects. Here it is. This is my grand plan for this Halloween environment, and in case you can't guess by now, it is witch themed. So yes, I am coming out of the linen closet. I am all about the witch this season, and pretty much most of my life I'm all about the witch. But anyway, this theme is going to be witch related. Oh, I forgot my potion bottles. Alright, so I'm going to walk you through what I have planned that will become my large-scale reality. So this is going to be a Halloween feast, and I did not make the little bits of food that are going to be part of this, but as I go through, I'm just going to talk about what my plan was for those things. So first off, I will be making my costume. I have ordered some bits and bobs of my costume. I'm going with colonial witch approach, and I am reclaiming the colonial male gear because if I was in the colonial times during the Salem witch trials, I would not be wearing a fitted dress like that. I'm sure I would be trying to find some way to be wearing some kind of pants. So my outfit is going to be male attire. And then I am going to be making myself a cape and a hat, and those will be one of my videos. I am also going to make a broom from pine needles that went really well with the model. Hopefully it will go really well when I make the large scale one. So I'm going to have a video on making brooms, broom making out of pine needles or things that you can maybe forage for in your garden or whatever you might have around if you have woods by you. Moving along here, this is going to be a wall piece, I think, and after having made the model, I definitely want to cut down the front of this, but my idea for this, it's a cat toy, and the cats will climb up onto the shelf, and when it is in the air and they are, come on now, when they are up here playing on the shelf and playing with the toys, this will rock back and forth, in theory, and it will look like they are flying on a broom, or whoever is on there. And hopefully I can talk my little Victoria up onto there and see if I can get a black cat on a broom. We'll see. These things happen just kind of on their own. I do not force my cats to do anything they don't want to. They usually just rule the roost and they come around and do whatever the heck they feel like, as in most of my videos. I'm gonna make this cauldron bar station. To make the cauldron model, I used some plaster strips over a bouncy ball, made it in a couple separate parts and attached those two parts together. It went really well. I am gonna be doing that in a much larger scale. I will be on the hunt for some vials or potion bottles. So of course there's gonna be some cocktails in this because this is my 40th birthday party after all. Gotta do it right. Now this is going to act as my buffet table. This was the great thing about the model, is to sort out how I want to go about doing this. As a fenced in little area, I wanted this to read Kitchen Garden, and I wanted you to look at this as a kitchen garden buffet. And the foods that I'm going to be putting in are going to be different foods that are inspired from my garden. What is a witch without her garden? No spell casting, no spell making without that garden. For me, the kitchen garden is a very important part, and so I'm going to be doing things where I try to make some foods that resemble some of the fruits and vegetables in my garden, making some stuffed pumpkins and maybe some unusual types of things. But since this is a buffet, I wanted this to have that still Halloween vibe, and I decided to put up a fence that looks a little bit like a graveyard or an ominous looking fence around a garden. I have made a mechanism in here, very simple doweling system where the dowels keep the fence up. These will probably be some kind of metal pin, I don't know yet, in the large scale. Then this can just slide out of the way and have at the buffet. It's kind of like the time to eat everybody call, right? So that's that. That is going to be another one of the videos. And then I have my massive Halloween haunted tree that I thought would be really cool to hang some kind of candy type of apples. I'm not going to hang candy apples per se, but I'm thinking maybe a cookie in the shape of an apple, or maybe some macarons. I don't know, haven't decided yet, to complement and complete this tree. Of course, I'm going to do a better job of hiding all of my staples. This was, again, just a model. So please excuse the crudity of my model. For you 80s people, if you know where that quote come from, comment below. One of my favorite 80s movies. Or movies, right? No, that's a clue. I should mention, while I was decorating, I also realized I think I might like to have a wreath. I just thought that that would be a great thing to do to fill in that spot back there. So I got the hat and cape, the broom, the bar, the feast table, my tree, and of course something for the babies, the cats, and probably a wreath. So this is my plan for this Halloween feast slash giant birthday party. It is witchy themed, and I am super excited about this. So I'm gonna go get started, but I am gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this intro to what the holiday theme will be. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already, and I hope to see you soon.